And he's also gone for the very pulled-up socks look, whereas Bevins is very much in the Jack Grealish mould.
There is a story behind that. I've been looking into the traditions of lederhosen in my extensive research, Dan, and apparently older people wear the socks up, younger people wear the socks down.
Well, it is like football, isn't it? Jim Williams, ton 40 to leave a bogey number, which means Vincent is going to get to a finish first. And it's a pretty good one as well. What a start from the Dutch destroyer. 44 left after 9.
Choices then for BVDV.
Vincent, you record 44.
Double 16 in the end. Maybe even went for the treble there.
Oh, switching it up, are we, Jim?
Can he hear us?
Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
99.
But he does keep himself on Vincent's shoulder. More than 3,000 fans here tonight. It'll be like that tomorrow night and the night 55. After for the final session as well.
Well, this is an opening for Jim Williams. Deals in doors and windows, doesn't he? This is a window of opportunity.
100 is in your record, 64.
Unless Van der Voort can slam the door shut.
He might. Oh, and he has with a 164. It is a beast of a checkout from Vincent van der Voort.
Exactly why in a couple of the games tonight. Here he goes again. You could see that was never going to reach the target.
And he's used his own head as a bongo. Another in there.
85.
Oh, I think probably needed the extra 40 points. Well, Vincent trying to get a tune out of his own head. Can he get a tune out of those darts?
59.
Not really.
Jimmy Recoil, 151.
Here is another one of those windows of opportunity. We've had a huge check out from Van der Voort already. A stunning 164. This 136 at this stage of the match would be every bit as big.
Not going to happen. I remember him taking that out in the final of the European Tour event that he won in Austria. Beat Jamie Caven in the final, but not to be this time around. Are we going to see a gap open up? We are. It is 5-3, Jim Williams.
And then rolled his eyes wondering why it's gone nowhere near the target.
100.
Again, Williams constantly dripping down from 501.
140.
Well, much more authority in that final dart, but will it be the final dart that he throws?
Would still be. But he needed that treble 20, so Vincent has got a chance here.
Vincent, you require
and he's got a choice. 91, treble 17 or the bull. Could go double 17. Oh, he's gone the treble. But he can't pull off the finish in the route that he did choose. And Jim Williams gets the opportunity to earn victory over Van der Voort.
So much room. And so very impressive. Jim Williams sees off Vincent van der Voort in his first contest against him on a big stage.
And that double 16 you said is the big problem for him, because that's been such a key feature of his game. Look, the 4 at top fine, he went to double 10 and hit it 2 out of the 3 times, but missing double 16 3 times is not a very good sign for him.
Oh, look at that second dart right there. If he'd have hit that point of the 60 5 years ago, it was more upright and the second dart was in. But with that flatter trajectory in now, it's not going in. It must be looked at.
Well, there's an opportunity now for Menzies to open up a little bit of a buffer for the first time in this match. All Gurney can do is try and pile on the pressure. And it's almost impossible for him to do that from there.
100.
Wow, what a dart that is. Look at the angle it went in at.
Almost impossible, I said. Well, may not matter, but that was a incredible dart. But double 16 does come good for Cameron.
If I had a bad day on double 16, I would just forget about it and move on.
100.
Well, it's that 170 again. And again, doesn't even tease us.
98. Dario 136.
This is a hard out. It needs 2 trebles. If he had got the 60, he had the luxury of a double-double shot, but no luxury here. To leave him double 18, and Menzies is constantly getting closer to the finishing line.
Opportunity, double 6.
60.
And Menzies
Dario
misses
36.
against a man, remember, that he's never beaten.
Gurney isn't beaten yet.
And
And maybe a double that he left a bit more in 2022 will serve him well in his quest to steal this game away.
59.
You mentioned that word scrapping. That's exactly what Gurney's doing right here. He's showing a lot of mental strength in this game.
92.
Yeah, he's having 2 battles up there, isn't he? One with Cameron Menzies, one with himself.
He's going to have to take this 46.
Right, which way does he go?
98.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 10.
46.
It is a 10. Double 18. It doesn't work.
Cameron, you require 88.
And it should be at least 1 more dart for the match. It's 2.
And he doesn't need any more.
And the match, Cameron Menzies.
He missed a couple of match starts in a previous leg. He takes out 88, but Gurney will leave Munich wondering how he was in that position. World match play, courtesy of that run in Players' Championship 30 at the end of last season. Things since then haven't been smooth sailing, but they've been a lot better.
140.
Well, that's the thing. We were worried about Steve Beaton's tour card status going into the last third, certainly the second half of last year, because he hadn't been doing a great deal, but he did do more than enough to keep his card, and now all of those poor months are starting to drop off his ranking, the one-year rolling list, that is. And so this is haymaking time for the bronze to Donitz.
Whitlock's got a quandary here, and because that bullseye was blocked, I think he's made the right decision here. Or has he? Oh. Or maybe it was a sign that we saw another Whitlock beard in the crowd just before Beaton went for that big shot. Let's see if Simon's better at double 16 than Daryl Gurney was. Double 4.
Double 4 is there, so the gambit paid off. Whitlock needed all 3 darts at the outer ring there.
Then you've got the problem of Gezi Price and Johnny Clayton, and don't forget about Peter Wright. He's starting to figure some stuff out.
Well, Mr. Euro Tour himself, Luke Humphries, last year, hasn't been playing to the conclusion of the last 2 weeks when Gerwyn Price has been reigning supreme. Maybe it's Coolhand who can stop this reign of the Iceman. That keeps Beaton interested, but for how much longer? Maybe not very long at all.
67.
It's been very erratic in that corner of the board.
128.
Not just for Simon, but for quite a few people tonight. Great second dart. And the third is even better. That's a break of throw, and now we've got a game on our hands. Bullseye master Beaton.
Steve Beaton, back-to-back bull finishes.
164.
It looks like we might be going the distance, as long as he doesn't miss a hatful of other doubles. I'm surprised he didn't stay on the 60 there, but in typical Whitlock style, on 86 he went for the treble 20 to leave double 13.
Yeah, I mean, you've got one player here who actively does everything within his power to leave weird doubles, and you've got one who does it by accident because he's not thinking about the numbers. But that is textbook, to leave double 8, and he does finally have some success in that bottom left corner of the board, Simon Whitlock. We're going the distance.
He's got 6 darts from here to go through to play on Sunday in the second day of the German Darts Grand Prix.
Stay straight minimum.
60.
But he probably needed another treble to really apply some pressure to Beaton. What a guide! Between them. Oh, how's he not done it?
16.
He's thrown a net over that double.
160.
And if this goes, Beaton needs a sick bucket. He's going to come back for double 16, which has had a big part to play in this game. Predominantly, it's been missed.
But it's hit this time around, and Steve Beaton records his first win in a ranking event over Simon Whitlock since 2014 on the European Tour.
That's his little red light, and it does indeed spell danger for his opponents.
Oh, lovely adjustment.
Well, let's see how his reaction is if he does actually get close to this 170 this time.
It's closer than last time. It could be very close. Or it might be some way off.
So near yet so far. And Ross Smith with the chance to move further in front. That's his way to leave 36. Brilliant clinical curl, and Ross Smith takes charge. A rather muted response from the Munich massive.
We definitely know he's got the game to do so. I would expect him to do so at some point this year, but as has been documented many, many times, I have a very optimistic view about the vast majority of players.
There can only be one winner of every event, except the World Cup, before you jump in facetiously.
No need to go treble 17 and bull.
Why
There's
not?
no need.
Why not?
There's no need, man! And yet he's done it anyway, the European champion.
Pull off another flamboyant finish. Looking in that direction, isn't he? Here it would have been for two tops.
91. Lauren Jericho 110.
Can he find a treble? No, he can't, and Ross Smith gets match darts. The European champion has been in control of this one pretty much from the start. And he ends it on top with an emphatic 6-1 win against our first German competitor tonight. 101 average, 6.
Crowd are being patient. He's being patient. He will not be rushed.
Now you'll hear it, dart by dart. Pause, noise, silence, noise, and there'll be a big noise if he beds the bull.
120.
Better say it didn't go in.
Yeah, I think we call that a collective groan.
He's left himself on double 17. That's a bad dart from Robert. Means he doesn't get a single to double combination. And that bad first start has robbed him of a realistic chance to take this third leg. This is for a break of throw. Now, what will he do? With people throwing the way that he does, double 17 is not as frightening, because if you miss it low, it'll still be open.
Yeah, that I did not expect to see. You could almost make the case for the opposite to double one and go one under, one in. But he does get one more.
It's like a Sam Fender song, 17 going under. 17 left. 17 done. There's a lot of support out there. And maybe the coolest kid in the place is that lad right there. 2-1 up with a break of throw.
Another player that was precise, John Lowe.
Right, Dennis was very deliberate, but that's just the way he played. Actually, me personally, Phil Taylor's pace, perfect to play against, because he gave you space, he gave you time to think, but it didn't feel slow at any point.
Yeah, I do feel he sped up towards the end of his career
I
as
agree.
well.
I agree completely.
But for some players, I mean, it's not actually the throwing of the darts that's that slow, is it? Mendel Lawrence. It's all this here,
85.
the waiting.
It's the stuff in between.
George Noble just wondering if he's on overtime. And wondering what time the Chinese takeaway around the corner shuts.
Well, they've both got 85 now. Oh no, Mendel Lawrence is not on 87, I do beg your pardon.
Yeah, started on 85, he's butchered it.
I think Robert's going to go through some water in this game. And that's a really good thing to burn time up. Do little things. Count numbers, count breaths. Take a sip of water, burn the time, and do it constructively. It's 5-5 again. And it's the same result.
82.
Exactly the same result.
Liam, you require 48.
Lawrence, just a shade under 100 for the first 9. Just a shade under 90 overall. It's a very steady performance as he goes for tops and 4-1. I mean, that is just a tremendous start, isn't it?
Yeah, I just love the audio. The crescendo, the crowd whipped up, and then the cheer when the dart was planted perfectly in the double top. What is rare is to get a teenager coming through playing deliberate darts, because they've had different icons to look up to. Here's
Correct.
Robert Owen looking to get into the game, but Stack Attack has messed that up.
78.
And now he allows the crowd to get loud.
144.
All right, they're going to wait and see if he hits the first treble first. No, back to your crosswords or whatever you were doing.
That's an interesting switch. 143.
69.
18. Okay, I get it. You get the 54, you go for the treble 19 for double 16. That's very Rob Cross.
Oh, Rob's getting very cross here. Oh, that is a little remedy, a little relief for Robert Owen. But now he could force a decider in which he would have the darts.
Oh, well, I was just going to say it. He had a choice to make if he got the 12, but he didn't even get the single number.
41.
This is a match-winning chance. It's a big ask, considering the biggest checkout of this game has been 70. That's for Liam anyway. 80 we had from Robert.
I think Robert Owen is. I don't think it. Yeah, there we go. He's not on 39.
45.
Just checking with Robert Owen.
So he had 81, didn't he? 19 off 62.
62. Robert, you require 39.
Yeah, it was 39.
Yeah, you think he missed a number.
He called 41, didn't he?
Well, what's he done here? He's got 39, he's got double 17.
What on earth going on here?
5.
A baffling end to this bizarre bout. Agony for Owen. Is it the end?
Double-double will stay on the 60. He stayed, and he's not going to go. Now, double 17 is the most neglected double on the board to finish a leg. That is statistical fact. But this is for a break of throw.
This has all gone horribly wrong for Robert Owen. He was in such a strong position and he's fluffed it from the point. I mean, I'm not even sure what he was going for a couple of visits ago. He will look back and try and work that out. Can Liam Mendel Lawrence take this out to take him out and make it back-to-back weekly wins on the European Tour?
Double 10.
Oh,
And he hasn't done it. So Robert Owen survives The darts were on the table.
No score.
He was thinking it was handshake time.
Requires 16.
But if he hits double eight, we still have a question mark against this marathon match.
Yeah, it's a big if as well, but he has hit it because that was a leg in which anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for both players.
He needs magic, and he needs it now.
Yeah, because that visit from his opponent really put the cat among the pigeons once more.
100.
Couple of treble 19s in the turn. If he can get one of those here, well, just one treble with his first couple of darts, he'll get a go to win the match.
His last win on the European Tour was 8 days ago.
Treble 20. And the ball. And he's done it in the end. It's a remarkable end to a strange old match.
Talk a lot about the range in performances when you play a lot of darts over a season. It's all well and good getting the 110, 112s, but you almost cancel those out by having those bad performances. If your range is around 12, hang on a minute. Didn't like that one at all. It just was diving at the end, wasn't it? Your range between your best average and your worst is about 15 to 17. I think that's decent.
And you've got to have a good B game. And Ian White. That is a top-class finish from the diamond. To level up the scores, break back immediately.
Getting titles. It's fair to say that Michael's kicked on in the time that Ian has been watching his form slip a little bit.
First max for Barney gets him back into the leg, but this is an excellent leg of darts from Ian White. 20 segment. Double 5.
77. Range require 120.
He will not be happy with that dart. It was a somewhat defensive shot.
Oh, 14 segment. Leaves the bullseye. And Raymond van Barneveld punishes. A brilliant leg from Ian White, but one dart at double 5 isn't enough. The 12 darter makes it yet another break of throw in this game.
Now, if Ian was to walk away from this game with a loss, with 2 or possibly even 3 breaks of throw, maybe even more, he'll feel sick as a chip.
140. Range require 120.
German Darts Open has been the scene of some of Ian White's best stuff as Barney looks at a 120. Oh, and he's just slipped into the 5. Right in the corner.
Ian wants to look at that bullseye that's just been hit by Raymond on that 1-2-4. He might even get a look at it. And does. Usha! What a shot from Diamond White! Sparkly in its nature. No holes at all. 6 breaks of throw now. What a game.
This is astonishing. Ian White with a 161 checkout. Even the great Raymond van Barneveld acknowledges the brilliance. Because with what's happened to him over the last couple of years, and indeed the last few weeks on the Euro Tour, he's had some bad experiences. But he's stuck in there and found a way to improve. It might still not be enough against Barney, who is averaging 106 right now. What a contest.
140.
46 for the match, unless there's another ridiculous checkout, and there might be. Oh, Raymond van Barneveld, behave. Behave yourself. Beating everything. 10 astonishing legs of darts, with checkouts going left, right and centre.
Earth have they got up their sleeve for leg 11?
Not a 180 here, surely. Oh, imagine if he leaves 164.
It's on. It's on. No way are we getting a 344 and 6 to finish this game. Ian White wants the same to lead double 12.
What can he leave? Because if he doesn't get a treble, Raymond van Barneveld's favourite for the match. And he doesn't, and it might be turning. He could win it here, but he'll probably get another go anyway.
140 is a good score now. But now, towards the end of a classic,
82.
One treble visits, you saw from Barneveld there, they become really, really valuable.
146.
This game has been astonishing, and it's all been about the checkouts. Would it be an astonishing end? Oh, he can't follow it.
I don't think he was caught in two minds either. I think he just under-delivered that shot.
82.
But it's 82 to end the best game of Saturday.
Double top for Raymond van Barneveld. Match
62.
start missed by Barney. And Ian White, who's only missed 2 darts at double in this entire contest,
56.
should get 2 to win. Double top for the diamond.
Wow. This game has had very, very close to everything. It's now double 4. Now we've got drama, Dan.
Double 4 to win it. Oh, it's more. They've hit and hit and hit at the end of legs, and now they miss and miss and miss.
Here you require 20.
Double 5. And it costs him again.
No score.
Oh, what a game. It makes no sense. They're taking out 1-6-1s and 1-3-1s, but they're struggling to take out double 4 and double 2. But Barney has done it. He beats Ian White in a last leg decider. He survives 4 match darts.
Yes, well, if you're not winning any games on the Euro Tour and you're not winning any games in the floor events, I mean, there's not a great deal you can do apart from win the qualifier to get to Ali Pali and go on a deep run to the final.
Win the World Cup, get in the Grand Slam. There are various routes.
There we go. See, we are finding out his skill set. He knows how this works.
And I think, without being unkind,
44.
we're getting a little glimpse into why he's not winning any matches in the opening exchanges in this one.
Well, he's just gone for the 19 to leave 162, which is not going to help at all. 50 4 or 5 years ago to now a guy who averaged 110 on a Pro Tour event earlier this year and nearly beat Van Gogh and had darts to beat him.
Well, there's a chance to get a leg on the board here for Martinez after Dobie goes a little wayward. Tied it up nicely with the last dart there. But 1-2-1 needs 1 treble to get a dart at the bullseye. And that treble now must be 17. Couldn't find either.
57.
So Dobie should get
80.
a dart to win this leg.
A tricky 80. Oh, but it looks like he's dealing with it very well.
60.
Take that back. Last dart was nowhere near.
Made a pig's ear of it.
Only going to be 1 dart for Tony Martinez. The target is double 16. And it's
32.
just outside.
Pressure required 20.
His first dart at double misses. And Dobie for another breaker throw in 6 visits to the board. That's exactly what he's got. 3-0, double break. And it has limited Martinez's opportunities so much. Look at him go. Wonderful stuff.
He would have hit a 6-180 if he could have. Instead, he tees up his desired double.
Pressure required 32.
So, for a Premier League clash in round 2 with Dimitri Vandenberg. That's exactly what we've got, because Chris Dobie has excelled tonight. A 6-1 win, an average of over 101, and 5 maximums in just 7 legs of darts.
Once you've got to 1, you want to get to 2, and so on. And that applies to Gabriel in this match, but he'll have to rely on Lukasiak not cleaning up this 116. A couple of ways to go. Different pros have different thoughts about this one. Many go the treble 19, try and tee up tops. He goes the treble 20. Can't get a dart at double 18.
60.
Three very well thrown shots there.
16.
Great grouping from Oscar. But it's Clemens who goes now for double four to double the lead. This is just competent stuff from Germany's premier player.
Well, it could be getting close, you know. And who would have thought that?
Not me. I'm right in what I see from Clemens. He's using a foldable flight
91.
for the first time that I've ever seen him on a stage or even on the floor in Players' Championships. He's always had a moulded flight. This is different from Clemens. And all of a sudden, a chance for Oscar.
71.
Doesn't take it. That was a huge opportunity to get into this match.
Bought himself the 2 darts with the treble. Exactly what his opponent does. And Clemens closes the door. You have to think that was the moment the match got away from the Swedish slinger.
In there, 50% on the doubles. This has been sneaky good.
Yeah, treble nearly every visit, and he's got one in this visit. Well, he fancies doing it in style.
120.
Would he live to regret that? Could get a little bit messy from here.
He didn't need to go that route. Got carried away maybe with how good the lie was in the 60, just trying to nestle it in there for a double 5 shot. But with his angle of attack, if he gets one just above here, he'll fancy ending the game immediately.
But it's below, it's getting messy. Gives himself the pep talk. But Clemens can't close it out.
Earlier in the day, Barry Van Peer had a crack at this. Shanghai 19s. No such behaviour from Oscar, who was proving to be a bit of a pest in Clemens's life.
Oh. But he gave it a go. Clemens would have been holding his breath there. But now if he holds his throw, he will progress. Double 1. And it has got very, very sticky. And that all boils down to him going for that firework finish of the 130.
Absolutely. It was unnecessary. Dart players don't like odd numbers.
Might get an odd result here if this goes in.
Oh, what a dart that is from Lukasiak. That is one of the best darts maybe he's ever thrown.
161.
Oscar has to play his part.
Doesn't want it to be a supporting role. He wants to be the lead. And let's just enforce this. If Clemens doesn't take this out, Lukasiak might only lead with the last dart of the match. However,
hunting down another.
Well, 440.
I'm not sure any of the great Hollywood scriptwriters would have seen this one coming. It's just the 1 dart. At tops. And it's a little bit awkward. You can see him shuffling across.
Way too defensive. Just didn't want to be short. Simple as that. And Clemens wants rid of him.
Double 10 to get rid of him. And finally, Clemens closes it out. No giant killing tonight here.